Welcome to another episode of WEEM Weekly. This is episode 4, and my name is Caitlin Cowan, and today I am here with
Wesley Johnson.
Okay, Wesley, so what is going on in this episode this week?
In this episode, we're going to be having an interview with Jared Boomer, Jennifer Neese, and we're going to be talking with Logan about Halloween.
Yeah, the two of us, we talked to Logan about Halloween, so stay tuned for that. But coming up right now, we have me in Brooklyn with Jared Boomer. This is WEEM Weekly. Welcome to another segment on WEEM Weekly. I'm Caitlin Cowan, and today I am here with
Jared Boomer.
And Brooklyn Skyler.
All right, so Mr. Boomer, we're going to be asking you questions about your personal radio station because you work for a different radio station. So first of all, can you tell us just a few quick things about it before we get into the questions?
Yeah, so I work for 104.1 WLBC in Muncie, Indiana. We're owned by Wolf Boom Radio, and then I host the morning show. So I'm on from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. So
wow, that's a really long show.
Yeah, it is. So there's a lot of things. It's not just me talking the whole time. There's, news and obviously commercials and things like that, music. So I'm only talking for a couple minutes every hour, but it is a long length of time to kind of be sitting there in the studio. So yeah.
Interesting. Our morning show is only 5 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
I think.
7.
Okay.
So
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, that's just crazy, but
Yeah, really. Do you think that, I guess, would morning show be what you wanted to do when you got here? Is it something that you, continue to do, or?
So for me, it's kind of interesting. I knew I wanted to be on the radio. I didn't really care about what time of day I was on, though. And my first 2 jobs, I did the morning show. So I was like, okay, maybe this is what I'm going to do. And then when I first started working for WLBC, I was on in the afternoons, actually, and then moved to the morning show after a couple years. So I'm just back on in the mornings now. But the afternoons was interesting because it was just a different time of day. And obviously you're talking to people coming home from school and work instead of going to school and work. So it's a little bit different. But the morning show is, I would say, the thing I'm most familiar with at this point, just because I've done it at 3 different places. So
Is there anything that you would want to do that maybe you haven't done yet?
That's a good question. I don't really know. I've done a little bit of everything. I really like the music part of it. So, being a music director would be cool. Also, I've always thought it would be cool to work for maybe a record company or work for an artist and handle their stuff like radio stations, kind of work on the other side of it, work for the record label and then talk to the radio stations about the artist and things. I think that could be interesting too.
So almost on the producing end of, I guess, radio instead of the receiving end?
Yeah, sort of maybe working for their management or, something like that I thought could be interesting. So, yeah, but radio has a lot of different things. So I feel like I've done a decent amount of different things in it. The only thing I really haven't done is radio sales, so I don't really know a ton about that. And I've done a little of promotions, but I've never been a promotions director or in charge of that area either. So.
Okay.
it's very big.
Yeah.
That was a terrible way of putting it. For our radio station, we are very small and we only have 4 departments.
Okay.
So we have sports, programming, podcast, and
Social
media. So hearing how there's so many different other departments and so many director positions is just, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we have we have a production department, obviously, and I'm the production director, so that's the person that does a lot of the radio commercials that we air. And then we have obviously sales, we have engineering, we have promotions, news. So we have a lot of different things. So I do think it is cool that you guys have a podcast department, though. We don't have that. We use audio and obviously put it online and stuff, but I think how the future is going, podcasts are getting more and more popular every day. So I think it's smart to probably have that be included. So
Yeah, we started in 2020.
okay, nice. Yeah.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been at this radio station?
So I've been at this radio station for a little over 3 years at this point. And I graduated back in 2015 from University of Indianapolis. So the first place I worked, I was there for about 2.5 years. And then I worked in Lafayette, Indiana, was there for a little over 3 years, and then here for a little over 3 years. So I think that math kind of adds up. So to about 9 years total after college. So yeah.
Have you always known that you wanted to like go into radio? What was like the moment that you knew that like this is what I want to do?
I was always like interested in the radio, but I don't think I always knew that I wanted to be in radio. I thought I was going to be like a chef for a while. Like that was really interesting to me. And then I would always like to listen to the radio and like listen to, like, I was always interested by like the radio countdown shows, like counting down the biggest songs of the week or whatever. Those were always interesting to me. So I'd listen to those and like listen to what the number one song was. And like Ryan Seacrest hosted it. So I was like, he seems pretty cool. Like, you know, and he was like hosting American Idol too, which he still does. But I was like, that could be a cool thing to like go into as like a radio TV like presenter type person. So, but yeah, I don't think I had an interest in it from like a very young age, but I think as I got into high school and then obviously like when I started college, the interest kind of got bigger at that time. So
Where did you go to high school?
so I was actually homeschooled actually.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so didn't go to like a public high school at all. And obviously we didn't have a radio program or anything. So I just got into it when I was in
It would be
college.
so great if you had a radio program at the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, I know. So we didn't have like a lot of things. Obviously, like there's no like theater, no, you know, sports teams, no anything like that. So, but I feel like I enjoyed homeschooling for the most part. So yeah, but I was just kind of, you know, I interested in it, I guess, starting at that time. And then I went to like a preview day at the University of Indianapolis, and they're kind of showing you like different things you might do if you're like a communication major. And that was like really interesting to me. And I think that's when I was like, yeah, I think I want to try this out and see kind of like where it goes. So,
And there's a lot of like I had no clue. We went to the career lunch that you were at today, and it basically just talked all about like radio and broadcasting and all of the things. And I would have never guessed like just how much a communications degree can like do.
yeah, yep. So, because you can do radio, I mean, you could do television, journalism, public relations, you know, speech type stuff. So, I mean, newspaper if you wanted to. But so much like newspaper now is like online stuff, but there's still people that write for different organizations and things. So, yeah, but all of that can be done with like a communications degree. So, a lot of different stuff, yeah.
That's really cool, and I think that it also like it's kind of it's an amazing degree to have, and it also is so helpful in other degrees and other jobs, which I think is super nice.
Especially for nowadays, because everything is so technology based compared to like, I don't know, like the 50s or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't alive then, but I don't know. I'm assuming that, you know, technology is obviously more advanced now, obviously for sure. And so many companies have like communications people, like even like with the communications degree, you could like be posting on the company's social media, or you could be like updating their website, or like if they need somebody to like make a public statement or whatever, or get interviewed by a radio or TV person, like that might be the communications person for that particular company. So you don't only have to like go work for a media company. You could work for like another company that's like, hey, we need somebody to like be able to talk to other people about our business or our brand or whatever we're doing. So
Going based off of like having a communications degree, I'm going to Ball State and I'm going to major in media production. And I mainly want to do like film and stuff, but with media production, it's not just like TV, movies, it's so many other things. And when I toured their campus, holy crap, there were so many things there that were just outside of radio and outside of film. I mean, it really is just so fascinating how far that can get you. And like there's so many jobs in the world too.
yeah, because like there's obviously like maybe companies want to like make a video for their website or something, or like even with like YouTube nowadays, like the big YouTubers need like video editors and people to put all that stuff up. And so like all of that type stuff is like careers that likely didn't exist like even like 10, 15 years ago, but now all of that's available. And yeah, the production side of it has really grown in terms of just how many companies are, you know, wanting to produce stuff to put online, especially with the like rise in social media and video and everything. Like that's been a big growth area the past couple of years. So
Yeah, and I think it's only getting like bigger. There's only going to
yeah,
be more
I'd
jobs.
agree. Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
More-
they keep inventing more positions.
Yeah, yep.
Oh my goodness.
So you mentioned being the production director. What exactly does that look like further into like making commercials?
Yeah, so what I do is if we have like it kind of depends. Sometimes the business or like wants to come in and voice their own commercial. And so if they do that, I will help with recording them and making sure they sound good. Sometimes they want somebody from the station to voice it. So I'm kind of in charge of either voicing it or assigning it to somebody else that works for our company and trying to keep track of like how many commercials a certain person is on, so we don't like have every commercial be my voice or another person's voice that works for the station. And then the other part that I do is editing of it. So once I have the voice, I will usually pick some music out and then, produce the commercial so that it's ready to go on the air. Some commercials want sound effects and things, so I'll find those if we need it. And some commercials are like, they want 3 voices or whatever. So then I make sure that, we have people to do all of that. And then I'm just responsible for making it and then sending it back to the business basically and making sure it gets in the system so that it can run on the air. So
that's very similar to how we do it here too.
Okay.
We call ours like underwriters.
Yeah.
And they donate to the station, and so we come up with a promotion for them. And typically we always have music. We broadcast them at games, and we always have different people record them. It's so similar.
Yeah,
really
the only
similar.
thing I don't really do is I don't really write the commercials. We have somebody else that works for us that's really good at like script writing, but sometimes the production director would also be in charge of like writing or helping write what the company or business might want to say. So
That's what
wish
our
we
teacher
had
does.
one.
okay.
Yeah.
I wish we had a script director, script writer for a lot of things.
Oh my gosh. I would not like to take that job. Thank you. I'm good.
I'm gonna give it to whoever I can.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that does sound a lot like our programming department, which we have here, and even just like making our like jingles and legal IDs.
Yeah, so sometimes I make some of that stuff too. That airs not as much, but we do update that every so often. So sometimes I'll be working on stuff like that too, like liners or like you said, jingles, or maybe it's like we're making a new thing with different artists saying their name or whatever, and we're just trying to find the most popular ones that are popular at that time, because obviously they go in and out of like popularity. So updating those too. So yeah, yep.
We're constantly updating ours because, we always have seniors that graduate. And like for me, I recorded so many jingles and legal IDs. It's going to be horrible for when she has to replace them. So my bad, but also not my bad. But yeah, that's currently what we're doing in the programming department, is replacing so many jingles and legal IDs.
And that's like, we have to do that too. If somebody that's on the air like leaves the station, we obviously can't have like stuff running that still says their name in it, or like commercials that they've voiced. If they leave, we try to get those revoiced, or get a new one recorded or whatever, because we're like, we don't want to have a ton of stuff running with somebody that's like not here anymore,
here.
obviously. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool how like, I guess I didn't realize just how much like the stuff that we do here is similar to the stuff that you do in like an actual radio station.
I think we should like give credit to like so many people who were in Whitehair's position who made sure that we are a professional radio station. Like, I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have like a studio, you have this studio, you have other stuff, social media, and programming and all this other stuff that you're working on too. So it's very similar to like how a real radio station operates. So
I have a question about if you're for like production director and making liners and other things, what program do you use?
So we just have Adobe Audition.
Yeah, that's what we use.
I wanted to know if it was the same.
I feel like it's the radio standard, like
is.
Adobe Audition.
I always, when I toured Ball State, I asked them what they use. They use this old program, like
Okay.
really old. And I was like, what? Are you serious? It's crazy. They even have modern music playing on their radio station. And I was like, wow, to be in your shoes. Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, we have an older version of the software, but it's still Adobe Audition. And then I have like the most recent version on my computer at home that I'll use sometimes, because like some of the things you can do in the newer version is fancier and they have more
Yeah.
effects and fun stuff you can do. So
like easier to handle. And
yeah, a little easier to like edit on, or like you're like, I need to take this out of this piece of audio, and it just has like a button for it, whereas the older versions you have to do 4 different things to
Yeah.
make that work. So yeah.
The new Adobe Edition is very helpful.
Yeah, it is nice. The older ones, I feel like the older one works a little better on like slower computers. And it also like now they do like a subscription based thing where you have to pay every month. And it used to be, I think you just bought it and then you had it forever. So that was kind of nice with the older versions. But I like the newer version because there's just so many more things you can do in it, especially with like editing audio and like effects. If you want to make a person's voice sound better or whatever, it's way easier in the newer version. So
Sure. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for our segment today. Thank you so much,
You're
sir, for
welcome.
coming in. It was so great to know like all of the differences between your radio station and ours. So thank you so much for your knowledge. On to the next segment. This is WEEM Weekly.
Did you know that you don't only have to listen to 91.7 WEM in your cars? You can also listen to it on apps for iOS and Android.
Wesley, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to 91.7 WEEM.
On your phone? I thought you could only listen on a car.
It's available on iOS and Android's app stores.
Awesome, I'm gonna go check it out right now.
And you too can listen to 91.7 WEEM on Apple or Android. Go download now.
Welcome to another segment of WEEM Weekly. I'm Caitlin Callan, and today I am here with
Jennifer Neese.
Wesley Johnson.
Okay, so do you want me to call you Miss Niece or Mrs.?
You call me Jennifer. That's
Okay, Jennifer. So we're going to be talking We're going to be talking to you about your business, Jennifer Neese. So Wesley, go ahead.
Okay, so you're in dentistry, right?
Yes.
How long have you been in the field of dentistry?
I have been a general dentist for 25 years.
Wow.
And when did you found your business here in Pendleton?
15 years ago.
So what initially interested you in the field of dentistry?
Really good question. My grandpa said when I was 9 years old, I started saying I wanted to be a dentist. And I think that was just because I liked going to the dentist. It was a fun experience. I went to a pediatric dentist, so it was more kid focused, and he just always seemed happy and just kind of stuck with me. And as I went through school, I stuck with it.
So was it the people that impacted your wanting to go to dentistry?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And you get your braces. So my orthodontist was happy and fun and nice guy, and just the whole vibe of the office always felt like fun. And then I always liked art, working with my hands, and science classes. So it all fit together.
That's a good combination, arts and science all in one.
I can see how those interests would lead you towards dentistry. How have you grown your business over the years with Niece?
That's a good question. I would say word of mouth. And here in Pendleton, just like doing this, it's very community based.
Mhm.
So we support the community as much as possible. And that allows us to get to know people. And it just kind of organically happens where more people will come, and it just
Yeah, I
is
guess
good.
with
So
a business like dentistry,
communication.
it's just building trust with the community so they know that they
Yeah,
can trust
yeah.
you as
And
their dentist.
you communicated with other people in the town that you have a great office.
Well, and, we have a wonderful team of women that works with us.
Mhm.
And pretty much everyone is connected. Either they're from Pendleton, they live in Pendleton. We're all basically from Madison County. And I think that helps is just because it all feels like family.
Yeah,
At any point in the day, I feel like there's somebody in the office that is related to or friends with one of us. So it feels more like family than business.
Yeah, that's especially more like, I guess, entertaining if you're in a small town, because almost everyone knows each other and everyone's connected.
Yes.
I mean, how many clients do you have in this town?
Good questions. They say the average dentist has about 2,000 patients, and I would say that's about right.
Like 2,000 a year?
Yeah, you see about 2,000. Most people go to the dentist a couple times a year, so those are the ones that they kind of count as actual patients, and they say that's usually about 2,000. And I would say that's true. We're a pretty average size.
I mean, that's pretty impressive for
Yeah.
our size town.
yeah,
Exactly. Like 2,000 or 2,000? 2,000 is
about 2,000. Yes.
Sorry. A quick question for me, actually. Do you do just normal, do you do orthodontics as
Good.
well?
Very good question. We do not. We have a
Okay.
great network of specialists that we work with. But we do not do orthodontics. We will refer you to the orthodontist for that.
Okay, I see. I was like, I had no idea there was an orthodontist in Pendleton, but kind of makes sense.
Yes.
Do you do more of your dentistry with children or adults? And
Good question. It's very spread out, which is fun because you will see little kids and you will see people in their 90s.
I was about to say, do you have any seniors?
Yeah, oh yes. Yeah. It's very very spread out, but it's good because you're never just doing the same exact thing all day long.
Right. So for you personally, do you run the entire operation or do you actually work on people as well?
Very good question. I am the main dentist. A year ago, I brought in another dentist, and she's been wonderful. So that helps to take away some of that part of running the business, the actual patient care part of it. And my staff is amazing. And so the dental hygienists see a lot of the patients, the dental assistants see a lot of the patients. But as you know, and we have a wonderful person who takes care of all the insurance and billing and scheduling. So we're definitely a team. And then I'm the owner that just kind of takes care of the administrative on top of being the dentist.
And you still do
The dentistry,
treating.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of my job is doing the actual patient care.
So I have been to I've been to the dentist. But from what I've observed is, you have the usual workers work on the person and then you have an officiant who checks over to make sure everything's correct. Is that your job specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
I love what you're saying because it reminds me when I was your age. I'm saying I want to be a dentist at your age.
Yeah.
But all you know is what you've experienced. So I thought that a dentist, basically that the hygienist did all the work and then the dentist comes in and checks the work.
Yeah.
And maybe if I have a cavity, they do a filling.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how much there is to dentistry until I really started getting into college and getting into it.
Does it also depend on that day or the patient too?
Yes, yeah, every patient brings something a little bit different. But the majority of our day is spent educating people so that they understand, if they have problems, we're trying to prevent them getting future dental problems. But the majority of our part of it as the dentist is fixing teeth. So we spend most of the day fixing teeth.
Really? Do you have a lot of cleaning sessions as well?
The dental hygienists, they have a full schedule all day long where they are doing the cleanings. The dentist will come over and do the exam, check up and see what needs to be done. And then the dentist has their own schedules going of fixing the teeth of the people that have already come in and we know they have some problems that need fixed. So then we take care of those and any dental emergencies that happen throughout the day.
Interesting. Okay.
so yeah, on that topic, in terms of big problems from with their teeth, what's the most common stuff you have to deal with in that?
Biggest problem, so all day long we're doing fillings. So that would be usually from cavities.
Yeah.
Then the second biggest problem is as you get older, cracked teeth, broken teeth, and a lot of times younger people too. We see a lot of people that have trauma and they've cracked off a front tooth. So we're fixing those.
Do you also have would decay also count as that too?
Decay, yes. So when we're doing fillings, that's what we're filling. We're cleaning out decay in teeth and then making it look like a tooth again.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with cavities when I was younger. So
Well, you have a nice smile.
Yes, Wesley does. He has the most famous smile in the studio, actually.
yeah, I got my braces off a while back. But
Congratulations.
yeah. What do you love the most about your job in dentistry?
People. I love people. I love this is odd with all the cameras and attention, but I love one-on-one. I love listening to people and learning about your life, your story. And in dentistry, you just get that opportunity to just have one-on-one relationships with people because you're seeing them twice a year. You get to watch them grow up. You get to watch them get married. You get to watch them go to college, come back, have kids, know their families. And it depends on the type of office you're in. But being in Pendleton, it's a small town, so you really feel like you get to be a part of the community and and their families.
You know, it's so funny that you say that because last week we actually interviewed my father, Cowan Chiropractic, and
cool.
he has the same perspective. I think it's very similar for dentists, doctors. They all, especially in this town too, in a small town, they all have those similar quantities of knowing people, seeing them grow up, and like loving helping them.
Absolutely.
I think that's a very amazing thing. And I can see why so many people nowadays want to be a nurse.
Yes.
Because they just
yes.
want to help people. And I
Yes.
think that's amazing.
I do too. That's really cool that that's your dad. That's neat.
Thank you.
What's something you think people don't realize is as hard as it is for dentistry?
That's a good question. The biggest part is the physical part of it. First of all, you don't really know what the dentist is doing all day, but we have to look in the mouth, and you're holding yourself like this repetitively for long periods of time. So you start to get problems with your neck, your back, and you're doing hand motions all day long. That's repetitive, where you get carpal tunnel. So those are the three main problems that dental hygienists, dental assistants, dentists experience from decades of doing that. That's not something when I was 16 that I was thinking was something I'd deal with.
Yeah, I've never actually thought about that myself.
Well, then we go to your dad.
Yeah,
So we keep your dad in business.
Yeah, right. He's gonna be here for a long time.
Yes.
What is the education you got to become a dentist? Like, what education's required?
You are required to have an undergraduate degree. So you get your 4 years degree in college, and then you get your 4 years of doctorate training in dental school. So 8 years total. If you want to be an orthodontist, you go on for specialty training after that, which is 2 to 3 more years.
Wow. That's quite a long time. I feel like definitely doctors, they have the most training.
Yeah. That's good. You want that.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
It's great, but it's just so remarkable. It's like, I could not do that.
Yes.
It's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
Do you have any of like specific stories from dentistry that you think are really like impressive or
Like funny
inspiring?
stories.
Oh boy, funny stories. I can't think of anything funny off the top of my head. I think inspiring, like you were saying, it just feels really good to be able to help people. So when you get somebody coming in that either they've always been embarrassed of their smile their whole life, which is such a sad thing. And to have gone their whole life that way and then finally be ready to fix it, and then to see how they feel the first time they will see their smile, where they are proud of it, and how emotional that makes them is really rewarding. Really
I was
cool.
definitely one of those people. Like before I had braces, I didn't realize my teeth were crooked. First of all, I don't know how I don't realize that, but I didn't smile as much. And then after I got braces and I got them taken off like 2 years ago, there's like pictures of me where I just look so much brighter because I'm actually smiling.
Yes. Yeah. And smile is really important. You're known for your smile. That's big.
I mean, it's not something I noticed, but it's like after I got my braces off, it did make me feel better, even like subconsciously. So it's like, it's cool to see how dentistry can like help like that.
Yes.
We always need dentists.
Yes, I hope so.
Why did you begin underwriting for WEEM, for a WEEM?
I'm from Madison County. I think Pendleton High School is a great school, but being a part of the community has been amazing. We are right across the street from the high school, so I really feel like connected to it. So anytime the high school comes to us for anything, we are really supportive. But I think this radio station in particular is such an amazing opportunity for you guys. That's not something I'm used to. We didn't have that at my high school.
Yeah.
And this has been really neat to see, all the tech and the rooms and everything that you have here, the equipment, and how professional you all are. It's really neat. I'm very happy to support it.
Where did you go to school specifically?
Anderson.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha. Let's see. For our last question, where exactly, I know you said it's across from the high school,
Yes.
but where is the office located?
Right next to Wendy's.
Right next to Wendy's.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
There you go.
Very easy.
So now people can
Get your tooth filled and get a Frosty.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get frosted. That's funny. But yeah, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But thank you so much, Jennifer, for coming in. Yes, that is it for today. On to the next segment. This is WEEM Weekly.
Wake up with me, Michael Hooker, and Aiden Wilson from 5 to 7 a.m. on the 91.7 WEEM talk show, The Arabian Roundup. We talk about anything and everything, like the school news and weather, and of course, really fun topics like your favorite school memory or your morning routine. So on weekdays, Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m., join us on The Arabian Roundup.
Welcome back to another segment of 91.7 WEEM Weekly. Today I'm joined with
Wesley Johnson.
And Caitlin Cowan.
So today we're going to be talking about Halloween. Spooky. Spooky. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to ask y'all is, what are your plans for Halloween?
Me personally, I'm not probably gonna go out trick or treating, but I have a Halloween party I'm planning to go to at like 6. I don't know if I'm gonna dress up, but someone told me I should dress up as Where's Waldo, and I think that'd be kind of funny.
That would be funny.
That's a great idea. Oh my gosh, I want to see that now. You should wear that to school.
I like put a question on my Instagram note, like what should I dress up as, and 2 separate people responded Where's Waldo. So like
That's really funny. I went as Shaggy for one of my Halloween parties this year.
Wow, I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
You pulled that off.
Like zoinks.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks for telling us what time your party is, Wesley.
I'm gonna come
See you
crash
there.
your party.
Yeah. Even though I don't think you're hosting it. Anyways, my plans, just hanging out with Sam. You know, we are dressing up as like D&D characters.
Mhm.
So I'm an elf and he's a bard. And that's it. We're just like taking pictures. We never go trick or treating. I haven't gone trick or treat. I have not gone trick or treating since I was 13. I didn't know high schoolers still did it, to be fair. So
They keep out king size candy bars in my neighborhood. I got to get them somehow.
fair enough.
We have a house in our neighborhood. It literally gives out hot apple cider and like cooked meat and king size candy bars.
Wow.
It's great. It's delicious.
yeah, I go out to all the places that have like cool food like that. Like I know a place that does chili on Halloween.
You gotta go to like
there.
you gotta go to like Fisher's because they always give out the like big candy.
Yeah. And then like, so afterwards, we're going to my aunt's like Halloween party and she always makes chili and peanut butter sandwiches for some reason. Does your family do that? Like when you have chili, you just have peanut butter and bread sandwiches?
Hot take here. I don't actually like chili.
Oh.
That's a terrible take.
Yeah, I know.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. I don't know. It's just not it
Fix
for
yourself.
me.
Fix yourself.
Oh, okay.
Logan, what's your plans?
I'm going to a Halloween party and I'm working in part of a haunted house that they're hosting there. So that's going to be fun. I get to scare little children.
What are you dressing up as?
Probably Ghostface. I have like an old Ghostface costume I can just throw on. It's really easy.
Is Sadie dressing up with you?
Yeah, for that, it's actually at her house.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah, it's just with a couple friends. It's just pretty chill.
Awesome.
Yeah. So next question. Next question, because we got talking about chili, and let's have some more fun.
My bad.
What's y'all's favorite part of Halloween?
Honestly, for me, it's dressing up because I do cosplay on the side as like a fun hobby. So I just really love to dress up. You know, it's just really fun.
I kind of meander because I kind of just duck into people's houses around Halloween.
Do you break in?
Well, I mean, like,
Where's Michael Myers?
I mean, it's people I know well enough that I can kind of do that. I just kind of like, I give them that. And if I'm in a goofy costume, it's funny. Also, I have a blow up cow costume that I sometimes go around in on Halloween.
I saw that
that's
of
awesome.
Brayden.
Yeah, like
The Adventures of the Weem Cow.
yeah. Okay, so there's a beta Halloween party in 8th grade, and like me and Brayden were together, and we were both in blow up cows giving candy out to like.
I forgot about that.
That's funny though.
The beta thing.
Honestly, I'm kind of offended because like my last name is literally Cowan, spelt like a cow, and no one gave me a cow costume. What the heck?
I just get called lettuce a lot. My last name is Romine, so it's one letter away from romaine, which is a type of lettuce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, what's your favorite thing about fall?
The weather. This is like the one type of year I like the weather, dude.
Same. Honestly, I just love the colors. It's honestly my favorite season now because I love the colors. And yes, I'm going to sound like basic for this, but I do love pumpkin spice themed everything. It's delicious. Okay. It's delicious.
That's honestly fair.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's not 800 degrees outside like it is in summer.
For real. And yet,
Indiana summer is like 2,000 degrees, and then the winter is like -4.
Right. And then currently, like, we're still getting up in the 70s and it's fall.
It's near the end of October.
I don't understand.
Summer's gonna
Isn't it supposed to rain snow on Halloween?
Again?
I heard something about that. I'm not
There's no
confirmed on
way.
that.
I just checked. It was like supposed to be like 80 on Halloween.
Please, no. I don't need any more snow on Halloween, guys. I don't drive well in the snow, okay? Ugh, no.
So what's y'all's favorite candy?
Candy corn.
Why?
It's good.
It's not that
It's
good.
good.
It's
good,
just
but-
sugar.
It's good, but I give it like a C tier.
It's a C tier Halloween candy.
Well, okay, hold on. That's my favorite Halloween candy is candy corn, but my favorite candy in general is Kit Kats.
That's fair.
Reese's, awesome. Reese's peanut butter cups, awesome.
I love Reese's Pieces.
Good. Neither of you said Milky Way. Or sorry, not Milky Way. Almond Joys. Almond Joys are awful. I'm sorry.
Okay, I hate. My dad's a almond joy fiend. I don't know what he's on.
They're just not good.
I used to like them, but I only like the coconut. I do not like the almonds. They're gross.
You put the almond in, you're trying to be healthy. It's candy, dude. You're not
It's
trying
candy.
to be healthy.
Yeah, like why are you being?
For
Yeah.
mine's Smarties. That's just pure sugar.
That is pure sugar. Yeah, and you say candy corn is?
Yeah, but candy corn gets stuck in your teeth. I've never had Smartie powder get stuck in my teeth.
Nuh-uh.
Dude, you did not just nut-uh me.
I just nuh-uh you. Oh my gosh, we're getting an entire debate about candy. What do you expect from a Halloween segment, though?
What do you expect?
What do you expect?
Okay, no ASMR, thank
Expect the unexpected. Like this next question. Didn't expect that. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Wesley, go first.
I'm not a big movie guy in the first place. Halloween movie. What have I watched? I don't know what I've watched.
There's not a lot. Like, to be fair, that are like non-thriller, which I get. Like, okay, never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
What? Nightmare. Wait, what's a
Nightmare Before Christmas?
That's not really a Halloween movie.
Yes, it is.
That's literally the whole premise of it.
Literally,
It's not
like
even a
the
Christmas movie either.
The director literally said in an interview, "It is a Halloween movie."
It's just a spooky movie. I don't really.
Same thing.
Scary movie? The like 8 of those they made?
Sure.
Sure. Mine is either Coraline or Nightmare Before Christmas.
Coraline's a good one.
Coraline
Coraline's
is
a good one.
fire.
Yeah.
I used to really hate Coraline. I don't know why.
I really like claymation. It's really cool.
Yeah,
It is really cool.
I think it looks really cool. Yeah.
I feel so left out here. Mine's Scream. It's like the only horror movie.
I was never allowed to watch horror movies as a kid. I'm still not because I have nightmares a lot. So, yeah, the only thriller movie or not thriller horror movie I've seen is It.
That's like C tier.
I know.
C tier scary.
I know, right?
I just like haven't gotten into horror movies, but I probably want to watch them. I know we're planning on watching a horror movie at the Halloween party, so
Which one?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them about that.
The scariest thing I've ever done is I have a surround sound system in my basement and a projector, right?
Wow.
So I watched The Conjuring by myself at night.
Why would you do that
Home
by
Alone?
yourself? Oh my gosh.
That was terrifying. It was the most. Also, I'm haunted, by the way. My house is haunted.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of convinced that mine is too. Although it could just be my cat.
I mean, I was like downstairs. I walked downstairs. I come back downstairs for I was up there for 2 minutes. I went and grabbed a drink, and I came back downstairs. I have a ping pong table in my basement too. The ping
Okay.
pong. It was laying down. The ping pong paddle. I
Okay.
come back and standing straight up.
Whoa. That is scary. That's terrifying.
There's probably a video on my Snapchat somewhere of me explaining the whole situation. But yeah, I'm definitely haunted. I got jumped in my bathroom once. The door just started rattling.
That's scary. That's terrifying.
You chill though. He hasn't gotten me yet.
You know, I think that's my
Shut.
biggest fear is like in the movie Psycho, where you know the reet and stuff. You're right. Yeah, I think that's my biggest fear. It's just someone jump scaring me.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't go there.
Shout out 5 Nights at Freddy's.
They're making a second one. They're
Bro,
making a second one.
Yeah.
Bro, when that first movie came out, I watched it on a Discord call outside at the park at like 3.
Why would you
3 in
do
the
that to
morning.
yourself?
3 in the morning. The movie wasn't very scary, so I didn't really do much. But
I did not expect them to do it in like a thriller form. I thought it was just gonna be fun and funny.
It's a horror game.
Okay, I get that, but like I did not expect it. I just really didn't because it's goofy animatronics, and then suddenly they eat people. Like, I
All
don't
right,
know.
well, we are running a little low on time, so I'm going to ask you some would you rather questions about Halloween.
Oh.
The first one. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire?
Vampire. I already am. Look how pale I am.
Vamp.
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 Okay, next question.
Oh, wait, what's your answer?
Vampire.
Oh, okay.
The werewolf just sucks. So you get like one
You
night.
look like one. Sorry.
Be so for
Take
real.
that, take that.
It's the color of your hair. That's why.
Next question. Would you rather have a pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. I've never liked apple pie. I'm like,
I've never
"Oh."
tried one.
I'm the outlier again. I like apple pies. I like apple pies.
I need to try one.
Especially warm. They're very good.
I really just eat it frozen, you know? That's
Nah.
probably 10 times better.
Now the third question. Would you rather be haunted or haunt someone?
Ooh.
Nah, I like playing with fate, so I'll be haunted.
I want to haunt someone.
Yeah, see, I already am, so I might as well go with haunting someone. I'm already being haunted, so that's fine. But yeah, so we're gonna go with haunt someone.
Yeah.
If y'all are haunting me, I
You know
can make
who you
a
are.
banger documentary about it.
Dude, that's true.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's some money right there.
There you go.
All right, next question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have Halloween every single day or no Halloween at all?
See, when you don't have Halloween at all, fall is still recognized and still celebrated. So I would have to have that as my answer. Like none at all.
I mean, we still got like Thanksgiving in the fall.
Thanksgiving.
But like, if someone's trying to scare you every night and TP your house every night, that's kind of a rough life.
Yeah, and having trick or treating every night is just like no.
Advance the economy. The candy supplies would go insane.
Yeah, for real. That's
All right. The fifth and final question. Would you rather only eat candy or never eat candy again?
Never eat candy again. I don't want the cavities, man.
Not the dental bills.
we just interviewed Niece recently. She would not be
Yeah,
happy.
she
if I
would
said-
not be happy with us. That's a good one. That's a good joke.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have. That was another segment of WEEM Weekly. Hope you have a great day.
Hi.
Hello.
We're back. Unfortunately, it is the end of this episode. The episode is coming to an end.
I'm so sad.
We had some really cool people on this week.
We did, and honestly, it was kind of surprising. You know,
Yeah.
we kind of didn't plan for Jared Boomer to come in, but he was a very nice surprise.
Yes, and he was really cool. Like, he was super nice to talk to, and we actually got a lot of information out of it. It was a good episode.
You know, I just love talking to other radio people to see what their radio station is
Mhm.
like and how different it is.
And like, we gotta like talk, and just like he would say something, we'll be like, oh, we know exactly what he's talking about. Like,
Yeah,
you don't,
right.
You don't think that would connect?
Yeah, and like no offense to like other businesses, but sometimes we don't know what they're talking about unless we're like personal with them.
Mhm.
But with something with radio, we know everything.
Yeah,
about
it was really cool. It was really cool. I mean, that's all. It was cool.
This episode was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to meet a famous person, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, he's on the radio. That's pretty much
That-
famous, right?
That's definitely your ticket to fame. I mean, we're famous now, so
sure.
there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah. For
Yay.
episode 5.
Episode 5. Oh my gosh, we're almost halfway done.
Wow.
I think.
That's crazy.
Wow, we're getting pretty fast. So.
All right. Well,
Bye.